Hello and welcome to the Darby Creek Diaries. I'm so glad you stopped by. I'm going to do another little quick tip. This is a little unusual. I started this last year and then Halloween passed me by. So I wanted to finish these up and mainly show you how it's really easy to do these colorized Thinlits from Tim Holtz and Sizzix. This is the pumpkin patch. And there are several layers to it, but it's super easy to do, and it gives such texture that, there's really nothing like it. So here are the dies, and I, off screen, cut out everything for you to save some time. And you just pick 3 different shades of the orange, and then you have a yellow shade, and we just pile those on, and there's the little pumpkin, the stem, and some bats that are also really tiny, but they are colorized. And the main thing with the colorizing is to be organized. There are some dies that are way, way harder, but these are a good place to start. And I just make sure I have everything I need. And on the back, it'll tell you which color, which pumpkin it goes on. So if you have orange 1, orange 2, orange 3, this is green 2 because you only need 2 shades of green. Then you just start layering them. And I use a glue that it's glitter art glitter glue. And it dries matte and invisible. And I'm sure I'm using way more than I need to, but I don't know. I just like glue, I guess. So it's pretty obvious that that layer goes on the back. And now there are little indentations there. Oh, before that though, if you don't line up everything perfectly, you just take your scissors and just chop on the piece behind because you'll never see it. But most of the time you'll be able to layer it pretty good. But those little lines tell you where to put your next layer, and they're just little indentations, and it works like a charm. I hope that this finds you safe. This is the weekend of Ian, the hurricane in Florida, and there's so much loss and devastation, and I'm so very sorry. It hit right where I generally go when I go to Florida visit every year-ish. So my heart goes out to them, and I hope that if you are near there that you're doing okay. Now I'm adding the stem to the top. This is all pretty straightforward, although when it gets a little fiddly when it's really thin like that. Then I realized, oops, I forgot. So I am going to pry the bottom off of this. And I wanted to leave this in. I could have obviously snuck it out, but I wanted you to see, how real life happens. And it's not just magical camera work there. And we're just going to glue this a little bit and stick it under. I spend probably 50% crafting and 50% trying to fix what I crafted. So I don't know if maybe you guys aren't like that, but I sure am. And I do like that needle tip on that bottle. Now see how I kind of missed they're not exactly even, so I'm just cutting the bottom off. I know that's a cheat, but hey, I do a lot of cheating, and I know other people do too, so don't be fooled. So there's our tall pumpkin. Oh, I forgot we got the light part to put on top. And I, of course, did a lot of glue there too. There we go. There's the tall pumpkin. And I went ahead and just put together the short one for you. It's mostly about putting this together, but I wanted to show how I finished off, a little bit of cards. That is Walnut Stain regular distress ink. And I just added a little dibby dab here and there just to give it not such a flat orange look. I went a little heavy-handed on this one, so I spent quite a bit of time trying to recover from that. But it's just going to be a little darker. That's how it is. This is homemade. So now I try to make that one darker. I am never happy. But we just get them. It's supposed to be little grungy, so it works out. There's a wide range of grunge. I would say those are just medium grunge. Now I have this folder, a stone folder from Tim Holtz, and I'm taking a paper edger and just kind of roughing up everything. It's a paper distresser, I believe. And I'm just making it kind of rough because I didn't want, solid straight sides. And I sprayed that with some of the Halloween Distress mica sprays. Now I'm edging it in that same walnut stain. And then kind of putting a few drops of the walnut stain on a mat and dipping it in. And I take my brush to it, just attacking it from all angles with that distress stain. Now I'm going to dry it a little bit and dab it up. Get anything off there that's too deep. But that's not a bad realistic wall. But here is the finished card. Now, I did some things from other die sets that you might not be able to tell, but the flames coming out of the cauldron, those are bats. And I'm pretty proud of myself for that. And then the cats come from a witch set. And then I used the spider web, added some glitter mark pen, glitter gloss pen to the spiders and the cat and anything that was black, and then the smile and the eyes of the pumpkin. Added a sentiment from one of Tim Holtz's sentiments called Crazy Talk. Then I used this one. I hid under what looks like a bunch of bramble. That's actually a vine die. And I put some bats in there, all glittery, just for fun. That sentiment is from Crazy Talk as well. But that is it. The vines are a cover die that was in the spring line. I think that was Sizzix chapter 1 maybe this year. Something like that. Added the glitter again to the eyes and the mouth. And I used some more of that mica spray in the back. So you can repurpose a lot of things. I could have swore I repurposed something else, but I can't think of it. And that Happy Halloween, I actually stamped that in orange. And it came out kind of, odd. It didn't come out orange. I just put clear embossing powder over it, but it must have just soaked into the black. I don't know. Really weird. I used some wood grain cardstock I had left over from another project. And here's the finished project as a still. I don't send many Halloween cards, so I have no idea what I'm going to do with these, but they are awfully fun to make. And I am going to do a little Halloween video here in a little bit. And then you can look at them and see if there are any other of my projects you'd like to go check out. I hope you enjoyed this video and you'll come back and see me and check out these videos that I'm leaving for you. And stay safe and have a great day. Bye-bye.